Hello friends, welcome to new video of Instant Notes in Microbiology. So the topic today we are going to discuss is about the structure of bacteria. So, the structure of bacteria can be divided into three regions. First one is the outer layer, which includes cell wall and the cytoplasmic membrane. Next, the components interior to the cell, that is cytoplasm, ribosome, mesosome, granules, vacuoles and nuclear body, and additional structures which include capsules, flagella, fimbriae, spore, etc. First, we will see about the cell wall. So, the cell wall provide a proper shape and rigidity to the bacterial cell, and it is about 10 to 25 nanometer thick and accounts 20 to 30 percentage dry weight of the bacterial cell. It is mainly composed of peptidoglycan or murin and formed by N-acetyl glucosamine and N-acetyl muramic acid alternating in chains which are cross-linked by the peptide chains. In general, cell wall of gram-positive bacteria have a simple chemical nature than those of gram-negative bacteria. Now we will see about the cell wall of gram-positive bacteria. What is the difference between the composition of gram-negative and gram-positive bacterial cell wall? Then the cell wall of gram-positive bacteria, here the peptidoglycan layer is about 15 to 80 nanometer thick and it contains teichoic acid, which is a major surface antigen, and they are of two types, cell wall and membrane teichoic acid. Now we will see about the cell wall of gram-negative bacteria. Here the peptidoglycan is about 2 to 3 nanometer thin and it is lipopolysaccharide present on the cell wall account for the endotoxic activity and O antigen specificity. The outer layer of gram-negative bacteria is called outer membrane, which contains proteins known as the outer membrane proteins, and also they contain lipoproteins. Next we will see about the cytoplasmic membrane. They are the thin layer lining inner surface of the cell wall and separating it from the cytoplasm. It is about 5 to 10 nanometer thick and consists of lipoproteins with a small amount of carbohydrate. Now we will see the structures which are internal to the cell wall. First one is a cytoplasm. It is a colloidal system of a variety of organic and inorganic solutes in a viscous watery solution, and it differs from eukaryotic cytoplasm in not exhibiting internal motility. And the cytoplasm contains ribosomes, mesosomes, inclusions and vacuoles. So the ribosomes, they are the center of the protein synthesis and slightly smaller than the ribosomes of the eukaryotic cell. Mesosomes, vesicular multilaminated structures formed as invaginations of the plasma membrane into cytoplasm. They are more prominent in gram-positive bacteria and are principal sites of the respiratory enzymes. Next is the nucleus. Bacterial nuclei have no nuclear membrane or nucleolus, and the genome consists of the single double-stranded DNA arranged in the form of a circle which may open to form 1 millimeter length. Now, the slime layer and capsule, they are the viscous material sharply defined is capsule. When it is in loose secretion, it is the slime layer. Capsules too thin see under light microscopes are microcapsules. So, if the viscous materials are sharply defined, it is the capsule, and when it is loose in secretion, it is a slime layer, and the capsules are too thin under lighter microscopes are the microcapsule. Now we will see about the flagella. We know that the flagella are the organs of locomotion for bacteria, and they contains three parts, namely filament, hook and the basal body, and by composition they are made up of protein, flagellin, and they are of three types of flagella: monotrichous, amphitrichous and peritrichous. Now we will see about the fimbriae. Gram-negative bacteria have very fine hair-like surface appendages known as fimbriae. They are shorter and thinner than the flagella, and they are the organ of adhesion. Now we will see about another additional structure known as the spore. They are highly resisting resistant resting stages of the bacteria. As bacterial spores formed inside parent cell, they are known as endospore. So these spores are the highly resting form of the bacteria. If they are formed inside the parental cell, it's known as the endospore. They can be either central, terminal or subterminal location in the bacteria, and these spores are extremely resistant to the desiccation, chemicals and heat, and they can be destroyed by 120 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes heating. And when these spores are transferred to the favorable condition, they will again develop to vegetative form, and the bacteria will start to grow and undergo their normal processes. Thank you.